going on, tubers? Just chilling at the clubhouse. I wanted to show you another project I have that I'm about to start. I'm going to show you everything that's going on before I tear into it. I want to show you another new toy I got. So yeah, I like to work on the vintage stuff and other things on my free time when I'm not working or working on my house or riding, because I enjoy wrenching on stuff and making it look brand new again. So this is an 81 Honda XR80. It's not in bad shape. It seems to be mostly all there. It's a guy at work. He bought it for cheap. He doesn't have time to fix it up, and I'm gonna make time to fix it up because I like working on these things, and it's got a lot of potential. It's only missing a couple things. I already bought a bunch of stuff for it. There's money in the fund to buy more things and labor and such. It's always cool riding around on the minis. I love the mini bikes. But right off the bat, first couple things we got going on here is there's no rear brake rod to connect the lever here for the drum brake. So I found that on eBay with the dowels, the nut, the spring, everything. I also noticed that there's no way that that's the correct return spring for this thing. So I had found an OEM one on eBay, brand new, which actually connects to this little peg right here. And there's probably a little, yep, right there is where it connects. So it'll ride somewhere around here. Furthermore, this here is bent right there and should have a rubber stopper on there so this doesn't slam into the clutch cover. So I found that. That's coming from Germany, and that won't be here till like mid-July. Also, the seat obviously is in pretty bad shape. I got a brand new seat cover for that with the XR logo and the Honda logo on the back. A quick look over here. We definitely got an oil leak. That's a quick fix. I have a oil seal for the shifter on the way. Brand new OEM. And surprisingly, the parts for this are not that hard to find. And there's a couple people parting out full bikes on eBay right now, so that's very helpful for situations like this. I don't know if that's common with these or if that was just a mishap from the previous owner, but I do have a new replacement stator cover, which is cool. It appears to be repainted at some point. One thing I do need to look up to see if this is actually red frame stock or if it's black. I guess we'll just paint it whatever the stock colors are to keep it as original as possible. The biggest task probably what this thing's going to be, the gas tank leaks and I don't know where. I don't know if it's something that was damaged or if it just leaks out of the petcock. So when I decide to start this project this weekend, that is probably the first thing I'm going to do. I'm hoping it's just the petcock that leaks, because if it's anything else, that's going to suck. Not that it's not repairable, but it's just going to set us back a little bit. The tank on the inside is wonderful. There's not many on eBay, and the ones that are on eBay are in worse shape than this. This does have 2 dents, maybe 3, a little right here, and then a bigger one over here, but still not bad. I mean, I can work with that, you know? We can pull that out, put a little body filler in there, paint it up. I don't know if the camera's gonna be able to pick up the inside of the tank, but it is, I mean, from some of the tanks I've seen, this is a gem. I'll tell you what, another couple little notes on this. I'm gonna buy new levers for it because, I mean, that's just ugly, you know, and that's a clutch lever, so those gotta go. Meyer makes replacement fenders. They're really cheap. Obviously, we're gonna put on new fenders, get a new number plate for the front and the side. The guy who owns it says he does have this one somewhere. So it did run a year ago, ran hot. So what we need to do, obviously, first thing, take the carb off, clean the carb. I'm probably gonna see if I can get a bigger jet, just because generally bikes run lean from the factory, and it's probably a factory jet. So just to make it run a little bit better. Adjust the valves. I'm not sure if this is a points bike, but it might be old enough that it's a points bike, or it might be a CDI. I don't know. We'll test it for spark, clean out the gas tank, you know, the whole 9 yards. We need to get this thing mechanically sound before I even start to think about any type of restoration stuff for it. One more thing it was missing was the kill switch. There's something weird going on up here where there's just some stray wires wrapped around the handlebars. So yeah, we got that going on, but I did buy a used one off eBay for that. So yeah, let me show you real quick what we got going on. I got this in the mail a couple days ago. A hell of a lot better than the other one. I'll definitely refinish it and everything. The seat is pretty badass. Seat cover, I should say. XR, pretty good quality. Everything's stitched up really well. It's got the Honda on the back. Done a lot of seats. That'll be easy. I got a stable gun and everything. But yeah, let me take you into my basement and show you my new toy, which is gonna help out with this. So first thing I got, which I should have gotten a long time ago. I don't know why I never spent the money on one of these when, you know, I had an extra 500 bucks, I bought a bike part, you know what I mean? That's how shit goes sometimes. But now I got a house, I need a compressor, 30 gallon Cobalt, 175 PSI max, dual stage. It's pretty awesome, kick some ass. I was gonna go with the 60 gallon, but that's like a whole nother ball game, you know. You got a 240 cord. This is actually a 110 and, or this thing is 220, yeah, 220 and 110. Actually already has the 110 on there. I already had the regulators on it. I just piped it in. So this line actually goes up to my garage, and then I can run another line to the new toy, the Eastwood B60 blast cabinet. This thing rocks. I also got the Eastwood dust collector combo with it, so everything's nice and sealed. I put it together exactly how the manual says to, and it does what it says. It doesn't leak. It rocks. I got some medium media in there. Got the water separator, regulator over here. Piped it in, everything. How I thought of it in my mind. I guess it looks pretty legit, right? It works. This is going to be amazing. I used to have access to one of these at my old job. I don't have access to it anymore. So I finally had the money and I bought it, and it's a great investment. It's gonna make painting and powder coating awesome, and I can do it all at the clubhouse. I have a powder coating gun upstairs. I have another compressor for outside for running paint guns and everything like that. And the only thing I need is an oven, and then we'll be full business powder coating up in here. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be doing a lot of painting on that XR instead of powder coating, just because I'm not set up for it yet, unless an oven falls on my lap and I can put it down here and we'll be doing the powder coating. But like I said, we need to get it mechanically sound first before we move into, you know, a refinishing restoration, which is definitely the direction I want to go in. That's the game plan on this, and I'm gonna start filming this weekend and working on it, and I'll keep you guys there every step of the way in case you're doing one of these. The other thing I'm quite curious about, which I might actually do right now, I'm hoping that the frame fits in that blasting cabinet. If it does, it's gonna be really tight, but it's gonna save me a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'll check back in a couple days or something.